All right, welcome back, everybody, to your welcome stream for the nights before Christmas with your hosts, Cup of Frag, and of course, Laz, brought to you by eBay. How are you feeling today, man?
I'm fine out, man, and forgive me, just before I go on the stream there, I'm busy in the books, man. I'm doing my homework and plenty to tell about this upcoming game, the Pittsburgh Knights versus Demontime. That's the two teams we've got coming up for the next step in the group stages, lads.
Yeah, looking really forward to it. So the map is going to be Ascent, so we will transition our lovely production over that way. So it will be now on Ascent, of course, and it going to see what we're going to find. Hopefully a bit of a different agent selection, and it already looks like that is beginning to be the issue now, because we will see Ron actually will have the breach, which I don't believe we had before, and as well still having the standard agents that we saw in our previous just match with Dignitas versus the Strong Legs crew.
I'm going to see the Cypher being the, aside from the rain and the two pivotal differences, we've had a breach, and we've spoke about this within the time and Valorant we've been casting. The breach use, it's not been the most, has it? It's not been an agent that too many players have used. With more CS players coming into the scene, though, is that maybe something we're going to see more of, Laz? What's your call on that?
Yeah, I'm looking a little bit forward to it. So, I mean, with the breach there, I'm not sure if that's going to change things a little bit, but I am looking, I'm excited to see it. I mean, I love breach, and I'm glad to see that we're having more of it in the game.
Yes, indeedy. Just going through the stats here, and I love to get the breakdown and give you the insight at home. For the win rate of Ascent for both of these teams, both actually, and the most played map is going to be Ascent. And as for your win rate, is actually going to be pretty damn close, 66.7%. For Pittsburgh Knights, they've won of playing this map, and when you look in the neck of the woods towards Demontime, actually won 80% of the map time they've had in Ascent. So pretty close for both of them, and they know their way around the courtyard, Laz.
Yeah, they really do. And now will be Exceed, and also his teammates close by, but he's going to be just hanging on the corner, but he's going to be blind, but he makes the first shot, able to swing and get the second, looking to get the third, and he lands it. Starting things off already so spicy.
One
now,
enemy remaining.
Just leaving it just down to one player, which will be Curtis. He takes down the one, but now this is a 1-on-3 situation for him, but he's going to get caught by the paranoia. Spike's still down. There's still two players from the Night Squad
revealing area.
And now it's going to be all down if Curtis can find that opening, but the opening will now be for Knights.
What a round. That's the best pistol. We've only had 3 pistols, but third time lucky. That is what you call a sick round. Excellent start there, high octane, and that bodes for a sick game.
Yeah, what an amazing start, Exceed. The fact that he was just playing inside the cubby and then just gets the 3 frags. I mean, it looked a little bit, dire for him, because you could already see that was the Lear that came out from the Reyna. And I actually definitely didn't think it was going to go his way, but instead, you know what? Gives us the show that we definitely want.
The show we want and the show that you deserve. Thanks for tuning in there. If you are for the Nightshot GG Nights Before Christmas, Cup of Frag here with Laz. Give us a follow if you haven't already. If you have, welcome back, and let's hope all the players are feeling it today on this Saturday, revved up for their Christmas, got their Christmas shopping done, and their heads are in the game. 10k would be a nice way to boost up and bolster their Christmas presents.
Revealing area.
Not a bad way to get some Christmas presents and some, some money back for all the gifts that you buy.
That's right.
Whether you're being naughty or nice.
That's it. Treating all those, and maybe treat themselves to a new mouse, a new HyperX headset. Who knows what is to come for them? But time is ticking in this second round, and they're really making it an anxious one. We've not even seen a bloodshed yet.
No, a very quiet round from both squads, and actually, you can see the attackers of Demontime. They're actually just going to play a little bit more slow. So they were getting ready to go towards A, but instead now they get their presence towards mid lane. Will be Knights that actually are just going to hold
30
the ground.
seconds left.
Knights at the round table, they get the spam of one, but they're going to be
One enemy
That's
remaining.
going to be Exceed with a double in the back. And now that will be the mop-up, but that's a very big round in terms of damage against Knights. That was a very good, efficient round from Demontime.
It really was indeed, and the cleanup in the courtyard. That is a disposal round, if you will. The Spectres are doing the cleanup, the mop as you will, dipping it in the bucket and going for another dab furthermore. 2 rounds to the bag. And this is going to be the buy, I do believe, here from the attackers.
Yes, this should do.
This is going to be the big buy, but again, the bonus round comes in from Knights. So what they want to do
This is a
want
nice
to use these SMGs, see what they can find, you know, take the damage as much as possible. So it's kind of like the no harm, no foul, really. You can already see Seed getting very aggressive and now on to make something work. It's only able to take down one.
Oh, it's aggression. There's so much aggression. There's a barreling down mid. It's like a gun game, deathmatch, and who can get the frags first. It's a 4 versus 2, lads, and this is not even cracking the minute of the round yet.
Yeah, and that's, you know, and I really like that play. I mean, they don't have the strongest weapon, so it's a really good play, and it really just caught the offense off guard. And you can even see, I mean, the Sova, the HP, down to 1. Curtis on the skin of his teeth that he's surviving.
No heals
Spike
to be
planted.
seen either, so he is going to be a man down
player
if even the slightest of things comes his way. Somehow, he's going to survive with that 1 HP though, lads.
Now makes it through, but will be the offense that now pick up their first round. So we will see the money situation here from Knights. It's not, you know, not the greatest, but obviously enough to put what they need to. If they want, they can go for a bit of a, you know, most people can have the weapons they need, but maybe just Dawn, you know, having the Stinger. So it'll be interesting to see what they're going to do with the Omen with the Stinger. I mean, being the position, being a up close cat. Not sure that's the best spot you want to Stinger, but I guess they might have something different for us in store.
Maybe a plan. You talk to the round table. Maybe they've been strategizing. I know Bladestorm has been. Taking out 1 play immediately, evicted from the back of A site there.
Now the spike is going to advance itself, getting closer and closer. That's going to be Curtis, going to be using the drone, just trying to reveal anything. Getting that high ground view of the real estate at the A site. They realize nobody's close by, so they know it's going to be a bit of a recon
Enemy tag.
situation, but now DSR going to be using his drone. Actually does make the connection with the recon bolt, revealing the location of his foe.
Revealing area.
Now they're going to be ready to push in.
Found.
So
Nowhere
we'll
to
need
run.
to use Sultan as well. Now it's going to be the Sova. That is going to be Curtis that's able to make it work, and he actually does make that connection, making it to a 3-and-3 now. The spike's going to get planted, but it's only just down G-Manchu and now his teammate. They need to do something, but that ultimate from the breach, it connects, and all down to just the Omen to see if he can help his teammate in time, but Curtis finds one. Curtis looking for another. He's completely by himself, his teammate underneath for the crossfire here, Kappa.
He's like a turret there, and
Last
Crossfire
player
indeed.
standing.
Cypher jumping in, spray to pray, and he's going to get the second frag as well! Somehow! I'm not too sure of times on his side here, but that is how you drop down from heaven. We saw Dignitas having a lot of problems with that one, Laz, and making it look easy. That's 1 on the round, 1 on the board for Demontime.
Yeah, Demontime. Down 3-1, but that's a very big round from them. And a really big clutch that came in from the Cypher of the Knights squad.
That goes there.
And already Exceed having a very dominant game, 7-3.
Yes, this should do.
Now putting the money situation for Demontime back.
This goes here.
Dumpster.
Really, it's
That goes
it
there.
is in the dumpster,
Yes,
flaming
this should
garbage
do.
can for the time being, and that is the struggle in Valorant.
This
You've
goes
got to
here.
keep your
Get out
temperament.
of
You
my
can't
way.
get tilted and be, listen, I don't have a weapon. What can I do? You've got to make those sheriffs count. You've got to make those stingers count in the mix. And this mid control, looking like a cat play here from Demontime, and I wonder, is this something the Knights are going to have ears on?
The Knights, they look like they're definitely putting a lot more presence towards long A, so they're really expecting it, but it will be the Omen and also Sova that are going to be close by. DSR does make the connection, quite a bit of damage, but the Paranoias go back and forth, and now we can see Demontime running as fast as possible into this site. And it will be the Cypher that makes the ball or the spike down. So that's actually a very interesting spot because the spike now is all the way in the back. This is not the right position you want to be in.
No, it's buried just behind the flowers in the back of gardens, maybe under a flower pot, and it's no time for hide and seek for the keys for the car, the bomb to take the round, the spike, if you will, and it's a 5 versus 2 demon time. This is looking like a demon of a time. They're not even a good one at all this round.
Last player standing. Flawless.
Really not. I mean, that's just going to be a cleanup of Knights. They take it down. They shut it down. I mean, a valiant effort from the attackers. I mean, what they did is they got into the doorway and they were able to push on through, but for some reason, I'm not really sure, but Stealthy took the spike all the way around. I think they were trying to wrap on the back of a Raptor, but instead, it just got completely denied from Knights, and now they're looking pretty good, but it will be a full buy round coming through, and it will be stealthy with an operator in hand as well. Nobody else on the side of Knights that is going to put that investment down, as we can see. Not enough cash, but might see something different in the later rounds, but we'll have to see, can Stealthy find these openings to put themselves in more of a fight position. But Dawn!
Oh no!
What on earth? How does he make it the pre-fire? Just the best lineup and wins that exchange.
Someone's been practicing their pre-fires, lads. Someone's been in the server up till 3 in the morning. I've got this pre-fire unlocked, bud. Watch this. Taking the return fire, though. And it's going to be Raze doubling down. So still in this is Demontime. It's a 4 versus 3. They got the advantage here.
Absolutely do. And I mean, Dawn just going to be posted up in the back and middle. So now it will be just 2 remaining players here for Knights. Cypher and the Omen. Gonna try to find something, but if he can
Last
protect this,
player
no,
standing.
Curtis is gonna find the head of him. So now it's just all down to Dawn. The dawn of time is definitely now. We'll have to see. Can they pull something through? But the spike gonna be very slowly transitioning itself towards A. The rain alert. Oh, Dawn, you're not looking at the right time.
Not like
but
this.
Momo finds the head of him, and they pick up a very big and crucial round for Demontime.
Crucial, and to give you an idea and kind of understand the tempo of how this game's going to go, Ascent maps, the last matchup, you get that vibe of, okay, you see a bit of a difference in the play styles here and kind of momentum, but for this one, it really is neck and neck game so far, and that's your typical Ascent kind of matchup. It really is neck and neck until you get to that sort of overtime region. But overtime in the Ascent has been ridiculous. It's just the best of one as well, so if this goes the whole way, one team is going to have to walk away with the dub or the loss to get us through. Who's it going to be, though?
Still early on to tell. 4-2 is the score for Knights now. Just losing the last round. Demontime picks it up. We'll have to see what happens here, because now, I mean, Exceed does have the operator, what we were talking about before, so they have the money in the bank. They're going to now change things up. Of course, what better combination than a Jet and an Op in their hands?
Man, you've seen Asu comment on with that operator in the high-end scene, and rubbing shoulders will be a lot of these players here on their climb. Some already there, and some on their way. Don't despair. Vandals in hand right now, though, on the side of defense. Another factor's looking up. Omen, the most used agent by both teams on this map too. So I know something for us, lads, and maybe a personal one for you. Brimstone out the picture. Omen, he's that utility player for all your smokes and the like on Ascent.
Absolutely. In a map like this especially, you definitely want Omen. And I mean, Omen is now kind of the typical pick that we see across the board for any lineup. So it definitely goes a long way, and especially on a map like this, where everything's so
30
far
seconds
around
left
from each other. But speaking about being far from each other, that's going to be Momo, as now he will be the first to go. That's going to be the Raze that's going to be using the ultimate. Tony makes the connection, but there's going to be trade frags. Back and forth we go. It is going to be the teeter-totter, but the time is ticking.
I have the spike.
The spike is going to get retrieved. They should be able to have enough time.
10 seconds
all
left.
remaining Knight players, they're going to be towards defender side spawn now. They're just going to be grouping up.
Spike
Nothing too
planted.
crazy. It will be Dawn that has the ultimate, the only person on this squad with one.
Nowhere to run!
Hunter's Fury is going to be activated, and that's going to be coming through, and that's going to be Curtis who's trying to slow things down. It doesn't do the damage, but it definitely baits the time, and that's exactly what they need. You can already see now they're pushing on through. Curtis and also G-Man, they're just hanging out, and G-Man's going to be that first person. Gets kicked out with the paranoia.
Last
Gets
player
Dawn, but Dawn
standing.
can get more than that, and Dawn comes up big with a double. And that's going to be Knights picking themselves up another round, 5-2.
Absolutely perfect retake there from Knights, lads, and a great lead on that and all. With what was done there, you needed to trade in. That was the only answer. Not getting too aggro on the retake, and it's easy to make a mistake of that. No matter what level of Valorant or FPS you're playing, when you go for a retake, you get excited like, okay, I've got this, I know where they are. Oh, you get fragged, and there goes the retakes in the garbage can. But no flaming garbage can there for the Pittsburgh Knights. Excellent methodical retake, and it's going to pay off. They've got another one on the scoreboard.
At this point, I mean, we see a bit of a force buy that's going to come through. I mean, not really much of a force buy, but I mean, you know, just G-Man doesn't really have anything to work with. So, going to have the SMG.
Revealing area.
He's putting a little bit more pressure towards long A, but instead now, Demontime, they're getting ready for an execute towards B. And it will be the Except that's going to get pushed back a little bit. So now the big test comes out B site, and that's going to be the breach, and that's Ronaldo. He needs to hold this down. The flash, the spray of one, the spray of two.
One enemy remaining.
And that's going to be a huge cleanup. This B site is completely closed, leaving it
Bro.
just down to Curtis. Versus now 3 more remaining members. He knows one of these players is close. And look at this. He's completely posted up. Oh, the shock dart. It should land. It makes the
Deadly.
Oh, that is so big, but it will be DSR to send him to the heavens. And now Knights, they pull up the round. A little bit dicey, but they'll definitely do.
Oh. Now, you want to talk about breach plays, lads. That flash, you got to be loving that one there, that 2K.
Oh, I mean, you know, somebody that likes to play Breach, I mean, definitely warms my heart. And I mean, that's the thing about Breach, is that, you know, those flashpoints or the flashes, I mean, they can do so much work. And you have 3 of them. You have 3 chances that you can blind your enemies. And I mean, they just completely held that down. Pretty much picture perfect. I mean, it did fall apart a little bit with somebody getting a little bit too aggressive, but very amazing individual play from both those players.
Really so, and wow. I've not used the trademark wow.
Oh, you have not today. That's your. I'm proud of you.
Deploying drone.
Thanks, bro. I've been saving it and saving it for the kudos to do. Sick plays for days coming out of the breach there.
Revealing area.
Trades and all, as well as the individual performance is necessary to get that dub. So far, so good. If you're in the term of being a knight. What of Demontime? What have the demons got up their sleeve? Still that second half to come for you? This operator hold from Jet, though. We've talked about ops in Jet's hands and getting a bit of a shoulder, not landing the shot and getting the entry to sight. It will.
We'll be able to get the spike down, so
Spike planted.
side, so they don't want to go for the fight right away, but instead they're just going to play the retake with DSR, makes the shock dart make the connect, and that's going to be the first right exchange. And now you can already see
Revealing
right now
area.
for Demontime.
There they are.
They only have sheriffs, and they actually get that recon bolt. Against both squads, but Ronaldo, he gets the spam underneath, and now they're going to keep on pushing. But Cody, what on earth is going on?
One enemy
He's able
remaining.
to find another. Hold down to Momo. Got the Vandal, no armor, goes for the full heal, but not able to make that frag. Knights are able to pick up another, but again, there's a lot of damage being done here from Demontime.
That's a lot of damage. Classic StarCraft call out.
failed.
It's happening
Now
here, not in StarCraft, in the world of Valorant on Ascent. That was. I'm constantly in awe of what we're seeing so far here. Not to give false hype, but the damage being inflicted and traded has been so consistent. It hasn't been a clear trend of either side. We talked about a tie game. Yes, a couple of rounds between this, but it's always a 2 versus 1, that 1 versus 1, and one player is coming through with that 2K or 3K. That's when you know a team. They've been picking their talent and picking it well. Defenders, though, so far, looking in that pole position, lads.
Yeah, Knights are really just showing a dominant force already. Really just causing a lot of issues for Demontime, and they get close. I mean, that's the one thing we need to note here, is that they're bringing it down to these like 2vx situations, but it seems like they're getting so close, but it just seems Knights seem to have the right thing they need to just get that solidified piece on the victory. We'll have to see if that can be the case here. I mean, we have Zip that's going to be just going around to tree, and the paranoia actually does hit, so he gets that free frag. Getting it from the cyber cage now activated, going to be used the neural theft. So location is going to be revealed, and you can already see the Knights. Looks like they are getting a little bit more hungry to see if they can find those opposing players. But now the spike's stolen away in the back, and they're completely scattered right now, Kappa.
They really are. Got the location down, Cypher getting the intel, and in that 5 versus 4, that is like the 6th man, as we've said before. So getting the intel, getting the vision, you've got that map control essence of where people are going to be headed. 40 seconds, and they've got to have an inkling on this. They must have some kind of idea in this position in top mid. They've got all
30
the
seconds
observation
left.
station. They know everything.
Oh, this play from DSR could have been so big. I mean, he definitely can find the flank potentially, but oh, he just misses it. You could see he was definitely, and you know, he was expecting, he's like, I think I can find them. And if we see the bait be any longer, but they don't have a lot of time, then Exceed finds the one, and that's going to be the one way. And this is just a big hold from
One enemy remaining. 10 seconds left.
But that's going to be that, and Knights really just going to hold the kingdom here at B. 8-2.
The Knights in shining armor coming out the tank, oh sorry, coming out the gates with a full tank. So far, so good for the Pittsburgh Knights. Representing, obviously, this is the Knights.gg tournament. It is the night before Christmas, and hopefully you're having a good time so far. Chuck us a follow. 10k on the line here for all these teams at CoverFrag on the socials for me, and on Twitter at @Lies_TV for my co-caster there, and you're welcome. Is the stream. Chuck us a follow. This will be the main place where all these community casts will be going on. Lots more to come in
Nowhere to run!
2021. Lots to come here. Hunter's Fury immediately. What's going on?
Oh, that was a really sick play, and you could even see Exceed uses the updraft, uses the dash to just completely get out of that situation, and that's a big play. And I mean, that's frustrating for Asova because it is a difficult ult to use. Not able to make it work, but now that's going to be DSR to see what he can find. He's able to do some serious damage, but that's all he's going to do. But Exceed finds the connection of Curtis, takes him down. The spike is going to be retrieved back, but DSR going to be playing by himself a little bit more here onto Tree. But now you see again Demontime a little bit more split, and the question is, what do they do in this point? I mean, there's a lot more pressure here for Stealthy to make the play.
Exceeds. Great entry frag. Another shot dead for Demontime. Being removed once more. So there's only 2 players
Cage
left.
triggered.
Nice. The Knights are giving no chance here to their opponent. They're coming out of the gates fast and super hot in this one.
Last player
Oh, I'm
standing.
speechless.
Flawless.
Yeah, that's a big hole. The Knights, they're just showing they are not a force to be reckoned with.
Last
9-2
round before the
going into
switch.
last round of this first half. Demontime, they need to pull something through. Like, look at the board. All 3 members, they only have 3 frags. I mean, the only person that's doing, you know, the significant amount of damage is both Pony and Curtis. And it's a difficult spot because, I mean, Knights, they really haven't allowed a lot of room to be, you know, shared. I mean, they really just held their ground and just made this a big issue for them.
They have. There's nothing like on the bus, right? Non-COVID times, I'd say. But the bus, the train, you sit next to someone, they keep sitting on your seat. You keep having to like lean on them to get your
Get out of
position
my
back.
way.
That's how I think it
I
feels
dropped
to be
this
Demontime right now. Super frustrating game, and you've got to have a mental check, lads. It's a worthy point, isn't it? How's this affecting the mental state of Demontime? You've got to be a bit shaky after a half like this.
Oh, you absolutely do, and that was a perfect play. Exceed being the first point, but then actually runs away and then was able to get Dawn that opening, that first frag, and now they've been able to just get themselves out of that situation. But they're grouped up, they're still close, so Exceed gonna be that first point of contact. Dawn goes for the big swing, and he's only able to take one more with him, but that's still a big pickup. And now Demontime backs are on the board. Down to 3 players. They have the spike, but again, they don't really have a ton of damage to work with. And even Exif just posted on the other side of the wall here. He might be able to find this frag. He should be able to. He's
One
spraying
enemy
frantically,
remaining.
But he can't get the connection. But now Momo needs to come alive.
I have
Make
this
this a
spike.
1-on-4. The big clutch needed, but he's stuck in a bit of a hard place.
Momo, you're gonna go on the ult, on the Empress, and really gonna have to be the best Empress in the server. Not gonna happen for this one, and that's double figures achieved by the Pittsburgh Knights in the first half. And
Switching
it's a set.
sides.
So this one, attacking, it does start to get a little bit difficult. So glass half full, I am always, but 10 rounds, either standard where you're gonna be. Attacker side for Ascent, I'm not envious. It's a tough feat.
And you know, you were mentioning a little bit before. I mean, we talked about mental fortitude, and this is tough. I mean, Demontime, they had some really big games that we've seen before. I mean, the fact that the scoreline is this big of a gap, you have to now forget about it, and this is pretty much starting all over again. A reset, the pistol round, start things off, but they absolutely need it. And this is the time, and if it's the time to strike, it's definitely going to be now.
Most certainly on this Saturday afternoon, Saturday morning, wherever you may reside. Must win round, pistol rounds, and especially this kind of scoreline. You're trying to defend from your opponent, getting all the way, and the spray's coming through. This quick execute here, they mean business. They want that spike down.
But look at this, all defending players, they're just stuck inside a market.
Lucky sight.
Exceed and also Exif that are going to be close by. They're still bringing the fight to them. Holding the ground. Look at this aggression. Hold up, so they might not expect this to cyber cage blocks. He doesn't have anything more to work with. He's just gonna hold the ground. Dawn does find one. Dawn
One
finds
enemy
two, and that's gonna
remaining.
be another pickup.
Flawless.
All down to the G-man. That's gonna be it, man. Now it's 11-2, and Knights. It doesn't look like the ship is gonna stop.
See you later, man. No, it's not stopping at all. They're on the one-way trip, one-way tickets to match points. and it literally is 1 round away. Sheriffs, maybe a stinger false to come out from Demontime, but aside from that, lads, is it really worth putting all your eggs in the basket for that ultimate comeback of like that 12-3? That's too much. I don't know if that's possible.
Anything, you know, anything can definitely happen. I mean, this is the thing, like, you know, the second round, we've definitely seen it time and time again where there can be such big plays and just the right angles with the pistols. But, I mean, this is a big ask, but we'll have to see. I mean, they go for the force. They try to make what they can work with, but we'll see if that is going to be the successful point.
Drone, getting a bit of intel, the UAV, if you will, of the Valorant world, checking out what's available, and the counter drone being thrown down as well. Love those counter plays, working on those. Talking of counters, we're going to have one frag, and it's coming from the attack, so one step further towards match point. A Demontime player being deleted immediately.
Be regrouping, so now the spike going to be shifting its way towards B, and you can already see the defense. The defense is completely leaned on this A site, so they're really not putting any attention at all. It's just to the raise. That's going to be Pony, the only member that is close by. That can be a bit of a nuisance, but we'll have to see. I mean, Stinger in hand, 20 bullets, and we know how fast those bullets can go.
Oh dear, this is looking mighty scary. Pony.
30 seconds left.
Pony in the stable. The rest of the ponies are all inside. It's cold outside, and Pony's going to be alone. Stinger spraying. There go those bullets already. That MAC-10 kind of size magazine, and uh-oh, site's been taken. Match point seems inevitable right now, and it's a 5 versus 4 Demontime. Where you at?
Now going to be pushed back, and it will just be all 3 players that are going to go through market. So it will be the Reyna as well. That's going to be close by. But going to be using the Lear to help the teammates get through, but it will be DSR that's just going to be set to be made, so they don't expect it, but now they've just completely cleaned up, and DSR, he's going to, or that's Don, my apologies, he's going to go for the flank. He should be able to find the heads of these. They might
one enemy remaining.
One, that's going to be 2, and Don delivers with the ghost.
Deliver with a ghost, makes his opponent's ghost in the
Match
body bag,
point.
zips up the body bag, and says, hey, yo, guys, we're on match point. Did you realize it's 12-2?
Yeah, this is just, you know, Demontime, it might not be the right game for them right now. I mean, we've definitely seen them before in tons of different matches, and even earlier yesterday, I believe that, you know, they were tested, but I mean, again, they did some damage. But right now, the Knights,
Oh, this is a nice spot.
I mean, they forged some serious armor because really they're just not making any sort of, allowing any sort of dent at all against them.
That's right. If it was an RPG, max level armor, they'd be levitating, and they're sure ascending in the world of Ascent here. Kept the Ascent puns at a minimum.
Tripwire destroyed.
Easy take, and just taking one there. With where we are right now, though, the Knights, yeah, truthfully, they're shining. They're not too worried, and Demontime, yeah, we've seen many good plays from them. For Knights, though, it's a tournament that's under their org. There's a bit more for them to represent, and they're not disappointed. Not disappointing at all.
No, they really are not. They're definitely going quite hard, and they're definitely making a big statement. Oh, look at this. He gets 2 for 3. Oh my goodness, a butcher shot. He does so much damage. That Jet is down to 2 HP. Exceed almost picked up a nasty 3K.
That would have been for the Fraggery. We'll talk of Stinger plays. You don't see those too often. That one almost making it all the way. 4 versus 3 here. The Knights still a little bit of an advantage, but is it going to be enough to close this one out?
Spike planted.
Against them right now, I mean, you can see this is it. This is the moment you can't say, you can't do anything else. They
Last
have to go
player
for this.
standing.
DSR cleans up the streets, and that is going to be
Attackers
that
win.
big victory for Knights, 13-2.
Is it much to be said? The scoreline says it all. Who's been good amongst them all? We'll find out for the Christmas presents in this tournament. Who's going to take that 10K? The Knights, though, with that kind of performance, I think they're well in a good standing for that, up in the ranking of Dignitas as well.
Yeah, an amazing performance from them. I mean, really, I mean, I don't even think you and I have had an opportunity where we cast like a big game where it goes like a 13-2 like that. I mean, most Ascent games we've seen in our history, they always seem to just go right down to the wire or like a lot more competitive. But Knights, I mean, look at the score. Like every single player
blowout.
completely showed up. Like nobody had any flaws at all.
It's I don't want to be too critical here, but the scoreline reflects it in their performance. It's like if the Knights were looking at their phone, right? You've got messages or text, got a bunch, message deleted, message just deleting all the messages, and completely removing Demontime from the server. Out you go. It just group stages. Hype is still worthy though, because if you can get those notches in early and say, okay, we're taking your name, we're taking your name, and we're taking your name. That's the Knights so far. Who else is going to be doing that? We'll find out as the afternoon continues.
Yeah, so for anybody that is just kind of curious, so that the game is over. It is just a best of one, of course. So most of the matches right now will be until we get later in the tournament, which will then start going into BO3s. We are just going to end the stream at this point right now. We're just waiting to see the next match that we will have. But make sure to throw a follow for both myself, Laz, as you can see above, Laz_TV, as well as Cupafrag. We will be posting games that we will be commentating here. And I don't expect it to be too long, but thank you so much for tuning in. We are just going to take a very short break, just restart the stream a little bit for everything, getting prepared for that next game. Thanks so much, and we'll see you soon.
Speak to you soon. Oh man.